Yeah. Welcome back to Blender Video Series Episode 4. We're going over modifiers today. When modifiers, they are so helpful, and I'll tell you what they are. I'll show you where to find them and how to use them. Okay? Yeah. So modifiers. Modifiers are what the name says. They modify the original mesh. They can do super helpful things, which I'll show you. Okay, and so I'll show you right now. So right now I'm on the Blender home screen, the start menu, and I'll just create a new general project. Here's the default cube. So on the right side of your screen, there's these two little boxes. Okay, do you see them? On the bottom one, the one that's open to this little orange tab, is with the orange square. This is the like one of the main things that you'll be using. So right underneath this orange one, there's the wrench, and that's the modifier tab. Okay, so when you click on it, you can see there's nothing listed here except this add modifier drop down. Okay, and that's because the default all the default meshes don't come with modifiers. Okay, so to add a modifier, all you have to do is click the drop down arrow and select it, and select one. Okay, I'll go tell you all the basic ones that I use, like just starting down from the list. So arrays are basically making multiple out of this one mesh. So it's really nice for it for just like instead of copying and pasting like a bunch of meshes to make something, or like if you want to go do it in a straight line, instead of doing this, okay, you could just use an array. And an array, all you have to do is you can put the offset from this cube and the amount that you want. So like what if I want the 5 meter offset? Okay, here's the 5 meters offset. Okay, and there's 8 cubes now. Okay, so with this one, you can go do a whole lot. Like you can go rotate it around another mesh if you want, or another thing. Okay, you can go like, yeah, you can make like never-ending tunnels if you want with it. It's just really nice with an array modifier, and I highly recommend using this one. Okay, so let's go over it. Okay. So yeah, relative offset is like the amount of offset you're gonna have. Okay, so from the main mesh that you're targeting. Okay, and that constant offset is basically the offset that's like gonna be constant. It's gonna like just be like that. Okay, so it's basically like a relative offset. Okay, so yeah, now object offset, like if you want to go offset it against an object, like I'll just go get the camera and offset it against the camera. See, so now it's going around the camera. Okay, see, that's object offset. Okay, and that's all I'll show you about arrays. Okay, and that's basically an array modifier. Okay, there's also Bevel, which Bevel is like the one in edit mode I just showed you, except it'll do it to the entire mesh. You see, it's making the mesh more smoother. Okay, and with this one, you have more segments if you want. Okay, which makes it look more smoother. Okay, I usually go for like 2 or 3 segments. Sometimes 1 if I really want to. But yeah. Okay, and then there's the amount, like where it is, kinda. There's also, you can also do it on the vertices only, which will only round these vertices instead of these whole edges. Okay, so that's basically beveling. Okay, so yeah, again, Booleans are like a way to cut into another one. So let's say I have a cube. Okay, 2 cubes, and I want to cut into this one. Okay, all I have to do is get this eyedropper and select it. Okay, and now there's a hole in it. Okay, where this cube was. Okay, so that's basically what what the Boolean does. You can also do a union. Okay, or the intersection. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically Boolean. Okay, and now right down here in like the middle, here's mirror. Mirror. This one is so nice. I use this one constantly. Okay, it's what it says it does. It mirrors it like a mirror. So like that, and yeah. So let's say I want to mirror it, make a mirror of it. Okay, like over on this side, on the y-axis. So all I have to do is click it. Okay. But yeah. Okay. So all I would have to do is just click the axis that you want to mirror against, and it'll mirror for you. Okay. But so mirror. Okay, you can also mirror against an object like this one. Okay, like with the eyedropper again. All you have to do is click the object that you want, and it'll mirror against it on whichever axis you want it. Okay. You can mirror on multiple axes at the same time too, which is also very nice. Okay, so you can have this nice little thing. Yeah, and it's just nice. And also, you see this little button, the one with the like it's a triangle made out of vertices. That one is really nice. Okay, it lets go into edit mode. You see how you can only edit the original mesh right now? If you click it, you can edit all the other meshes active right now. Since it's a mirror, it's gonna do it for all the other ones too. But look at this, it goes through the other mirror. Okay, like what if you don't want to do that? What if you don't want these vertices to go through each other? Then there's this button which is called clipping. Okay, clipping basically forces these vertices not to go through the mirror. Okay, so yeah, so they're just gonna be forced to not go through, and it's super nice if you want to just like have this nice, like have something like this without having to expertly get them all together perfectly. You can just drag them all to the edge. So that's weird. Okay. Yeah. Now let's go with solidify. Okay. So let me just go delete a face out of this cube. Okay. So here's what the cube looks like without a face normally. Okay. Okay, and I'll turn on backface colon so you can see. Okay, it's all invisible because there's no faces on the inside. This one is really nice to give geometry on the inside. Okay. So this one I use a lot, mainly for that one reason. But yeah, it's also just really good to just give a little bit of thickness to your mesh. Okay. Look at this. You see, now it's a nice box. Okay. You can have it for like moving box if you want something. And that's basically what solidify is. Yeah. In subdivision surface, okay, let's go with subdivision surface on this cube. Okay, so this one, okay, this one has a keybind. It's control 2 or 3, depending on what you want. And you can also go with 4 or 5, or yeah, I think, yeah, 5 is the max it can go to, but it'll smooth it. Basically, it subdivides this cube and will make it into a ball, kind of. Okay, this subdivision works for every single mesh. Okay, like let's get a cylinder and I'll subdivide it. Okay, I don't recommend using subdivisions unless like you're trying to get this one shape, but because like it really creates a lot of faces and geometry that you might not need, and sometimes it might just make like some like weird looking like faces. So I wouldn't recommend it usually. But yeah, and like with the mirror modifier, you can either edit it in edit mode like this, okay? Which it's all weird. Or you can go select the triangle button, and you can do this in edit mode where you can go directly manipulate the mesh. Okay? So now, and then let's go to wireframe. Okay, wireframe, it's a frame, it's a wireframe of the mesh. Okay, you can either use to replace original. Replace original will automatically be checked, but you can turn it off to go see the original mesh too. So you can make like an outline if you want. You can change the thickness, which will make it thicker or not. Okay, and there's offset too. Okay, yeah, and that's basically what this what wireframe is. Okay, and yeah, so that's basically all I'm gonna go over for this for now. But now you can go explore all these other ones. You can go look online for other like how to use all these other ones if you want. But that's the basic modifiers, okay? So yeah, there you go. And so next episode I'll be going over like coloring materials basically, which you're basically just adding color. That's it. Yeah. So and I'll see you then. So bye.